Making another NGSW video, and I love making these videos, which I will totally explain at the end of the video exactly why. But before all that, what we need to talk about is the most important thing, and that is, if you would like to help support the channel, you can do that at shoponlytacticalfans.com, and you can purchase a Freedom Beanie, which we all know has a secret meaning, but it doesn't matter because the government will never figure it out. You know what? They probably don't even watch my videos, so I'll just tell you. The hidden meaning behind the Freedom Star beanie is you don't like it when your ears get cold, which is a huge problem in the northern states because it's cold outside. So if you purchase a Freedom beanie and you wear it and it covers your ears, it will keep it warm. So not only does the star symbolize my fight against the ATF, it also symbolizes you don't like it when your ears get cold. And by the time this video drops, I'll have in the OD gay version of this hat, which I think looks amazing. So definitely check out shoponlytacticalfans.com, and don't forget, any purchases over $30 included in your order, you will get the mystery patch, which I can't show on this channel, and I definitely can't sell it because I really screwed up with the design, and it looks like something it's absolutely not supposed to be. So I'll give it to you for free, and you can decide whether or not you want to throw it away, keep it, or whatever. So, onto the rifle. Now, Military Arms channel did a very excellent video just recently talking about the article that inspired my video and saying that, hey, you know, it's an opinion article. It's not backed up by facts at all. And like I said, he did a great video, and what he really showed to me is I do need to start clarifying better when something is my opinion and when something is a fact. So, is the NGSW going to be replacing the M4? We're going to be using quotes from military officials. The first one is, 120,000 rifles will be needed by the fourth quarter in 2023 in order to move forward with the testing process in order to be able to replace the M4. So, what did they order? What will be here by the fourth quarter of 2023? And actually not by the fourth quarter of 2023. They said maybe, possibly, they'll start showing up in the hands of troops by 2024. 17,000. That's 10% of the amount of rifles required to perform, and what, inserting opinion here, what they determined would be a sufficient test in order to replace the M4. Why is that, you may ask? Mic drop, because it's not an opinion, it's a fact. That rifle will not be replacing the M4. Now, I could wake up tomorrow and they could be like, yes, we're going to replace the M4 with this, and they can't just say it. The proof is in the pudding. They got to start throwing away M4s and replacing it with NGSWs. But I could also wake up tomorrow and realize I grew a second dick. Like, whoa, cool. But is that realistic? Is it going to happen? No. So let's remove ourselves from fantasy land. Is this rifle going to replace the M4? No. And I'll tell you why at the end of the video. The next thing that Mac brought up was the body armor test that the military never specifically stated that they were trying to defeat body armor. This is true. However, they did imply the living shit out of it. Where are my sources? The people that were participating in the program, General Dynamics, the generals that talked to the reporters. Yeah, so what they said is we are looking to defeat peer threats. What they're talking about with peer threats is somebody that has night vision, body armor, a similar rifle. It's not because of like some RPK that's out shooting our M4. They were specifically looking for a rifle to replace the modern infantry rifle with that can take on essentially American soldiers. Now, we've talked about in the past why I think, I'll just bring it up again. Who is the only peer threat in the world? Who is it? Is it the Russians? Is it the Chinese? Is it the Taliban? No, none of them are. The only pure threat, truly pure threat to the American military is the American civilian.
What the hell you say?
We're the only ones with the body armor, the night vision, the technology, the firearms, the exact same firearms as the military. We are the only pure threat to the military. So when they start talking about pure threats and body armor and everything like that, it paints a picture in my head, and I might be crazy, so take it with a grain of salt, that they are talking about the American civilian. That is the only pure threat I know of. Yeah, Chinese has the manufacturing, which we'll talk about towards the end of the video, but what they lack is compassion for their troops.
What the hell? We can already destroy mankind 15 times. Why you need more money?
They're not going to spend a whole bunch of extra money putting body armor on them when they can just throw millions and millions and millions and millions of troops at our troops. And it doesn't matter who wins a particular battle. What wins wars is manufacturing and the ability to throw more.
It may sound strange, but modern wars, they're not won by battles. They're won by factories.
This whole rifle, like as soon as they announced it, I'm like, holy crap. They're talking about us. And they're talking about a rifle we can't get because it's a 2-stamp rifle. 1, it's a short barrel. 2, it's got a can. And if you include full auto, it's a 3-stamp rifle. So it is unobtainable by American civilians, and they're talking about pure threats that have basically equal body armor. There's only one pure threat I know of. So that's a big reason why immediately this rifle makes me cringe. The whole rifle is just a huge cringe. Like, the cringe factor on this rifle is mind-blowing. Anyway, so, alright, and then in military arms video, he was talking about, we don't know what their actual AP ammo will consist of. Well, they were talking about better armor penetration. So, we know a 308 can penetrate level 4 body armors with a tungsten sable. Not a problem, it can almost go through 2 plates. The AP4, that's the tungsten 5.56, in certain circumstances, at different ranges, depending on what angle it hits the plate, it can also penetrate. So it has to do better than 5.56 and 308. The only way you can do better is by doing it without the tungsten. The physics are there. The science is in. You can't penetrate a plate without tungsten at 3,000 feet per second. It's not possible. It will not work. We know this. This is a fact. So how do I know that their AP ammo that they decided for better armor penetration doesn't include tungsten? Because they tell you. The general comes out and says it. A steel tip with a copper slug. That's it. A copper slug. A steel tip with a copper slug. No tungsten. A steel tip with a copper slug. Better penetration than the M4 or the 308. Yeah, it will do equal penetration. Ain't no doubt about it. But at 3,000 feet per second, steel cannot go through a level 4 plate. It just doesn't work that way. We know this because we've loaded up 300 Win Mag with the steel tip penetrators from World War II, the black tip, the AP ammo. Got that bad boy moving at like 3,400 feet per second, slammed it against the plate, and it didn't go through. You need tungsten. It's just different. That or maybe depleted uranium. Point is, it is not going to penetrate body armor any better. And let's be realistic. Doesn't really matter. If we're talking about a war in China, are they going to have body armor? No. Did the Russians have body armor? No. There's only one pure threat in the world. So, they were talking about like how it's a great rifle and it does what the 308 does out of like a 20 or a 24-inch barrel. Yeah, perfect. That would be an ideal replacement for a DMR. I even talked about that. I think the rifle's going to be a replacement for the DMR like, what, 2 years ago? As soon as I heard about the program, I look at the candidates, I'm like, well, the SIG is going to win, obviously, because it's a more familiar rifle. It would be easier to convert to 308 if they want to backpedal on it. The SIG will win. And they won. Next, will it replace the M4? No. It might replace our DMRs, because our DMRs are incredibly out of date, and they could use an update, so it will probably replace that. And looking at the numbers, I can't find an actual amount of what percent of a squad or a unit uses DMRs. So we're just going to say roughly 10%. Well, what did they get? About 10% of what they needed. Again, it's pointing directly at DMR. So, the whole point is it will replace the M4. Not that it could be adopted by the military or replace a DMR or just be an extra tool in the toolbox. They were flying under the umbrella. This will replace the M4. Not a DMR, nothing like that. So it doesn't really matter if it can do what the 308 can do in a 20-inch barrel, but shorter. we're looking at what it can do compared to an M4. And the M4 outperforms the shit out of it inside of 300 yards. Without a doubt. So, why am I so hard on this rifle and or AKs? This rifle, obviously, because everything about it says that they're looking at us as the enemy for this particular rifle. So that I just don't like. Again, I might be wrong, and not to mention, it's a 3-stamp rifle if you include full auto, and we're protected right now by the Supreme Court under dangerous and unusual. Anything that is in common use is protected. This rifle is brand new. It is not in common use because it's brand new. There's maybe 30 of them in public circulation. They could ban this rifle publicly tomorrow and be like, hey, it's not in common use. It's not protected by the Second Amendment. It's unusually dangerous because it can destroy all this body armor. Now the military can have a weapon that the civilians cannot have. Now, why am I so hard on the AK? Honestly, when I see people post, like, the AK is the best rifle ever, I'm like, have you even ever shot one? Like, compared to an M4, the AK is trash. The M4 is a more reliable system, it's more accurate, it has less recoil, it's more ergonomic. There is absolutely nothing that the AK does better than the M4. Even hard target penetration, dude, the AK can't penetrate body armor at all. It's moving way too slow. I'm pretty sure, now I haven't seen this tested because obviously, we have problems getting armor-piercing ammo for an AK, but I'm pretty sure an AK, regardless what range, what angle, or how you're doing it, will never, ever, ever penetrate a level 4 body armor plate. It's a garbage rifle. It costs more than the M4. The M4 is cheaper. Everything about it, the AK sucks. So we'll just leave it at that. Now, why is this such a problem and can never replace the M4? Yes, at longer ranges, it would do better. Yes, it has a better optics. That stuff is unarguable. That's true. But that's not what wins wars. Battles don't win a war. Manufacturing does.
The side that can produce more is always going to triumph.
They could manufacture twice the amount of ammunition for an M4 than they could with the NGSW. The tip weighs twice as much, it uses twice as much powder, it has twice as much brass. Now you have an overcomplicated silencer that's got to be manufactured that goes on the end. Yeah, they could probably just switch it to muzzle brakes, but that's not the point. That rifle requires more materials, more time, and more technology. It will never ever be a war winner. Yeah, that particular rifle might win a battle, but that doesn't win wars. Manufacturing wins wars. The M4 is crazy easy to manufacture, and I've heard this in the comments before, so I'm just going to address it now. Everyone's like, why do you want to keep this M4 that's like 60 years old? When you're okay with, going in a modern M1 Abram tank, you wouldn't be okay with our troops driving our grandfather's tanks. The M4 is not the M16. They are barely related. The functionality is the same. Aside from that, we're talking about different barrel lengths, different materials, different ammunition, different sighting system. There is virtually nothing except for the actual functionality of it, the person who created it, and the general overall shape that relates the M16 with the M4. If we still had M16s, I would be like, yes, we need to upgrade. There's problems in the M16 that needs to be addressed. The M4 is a completely different animal. It's not, I don't want to say it's not closely the same because it is the same but different, if that makes any sense. So no, the M4 is not the M16. It never will be. If you want to go to that stretch and be like, hey, that's our grandfather's rifle, you could go back and say that the NGSW is the original AR-10, which compared to today's standards was completely trash. Not the same weapon at all. So, I'm okay with replacing the M4, but I don't want to replace it with something that's a downgrade. Why would you want to go backwards? We're supposed to go forward. If they actually came up with something, a particular cartridge that in the same given space could hold more ammunition, or it could hit a higher velocity, or some sort of actual realistic advantage over the .223, and I don't see it because if you go heavier, Now all of a sudden you're reducing your capacity, increasing the weight of the cartridge. If you go lighter, now you're sacrificing a bunch of range and capabilities. I think the 5.56 is the absolute sweet spot when it comes to war winning. It's easy to manufacture, it's lightweight, it's easy to train on. Everything is faster with that particular rifle. But if somehow they come up, maybe instead of like a 2.23, it's like a 2.22 or a 2.25 or something like that, where it's just a slight shift, but there's actual advantages, I'd be like, yeah, let's do that. That is an excellent idea. But going to a heavier cartridge that requires more manufacturing, more materials, more money, more time as our basic infantry rifle is just a stupid idea, because you're going backwards. We went away from those heavier calibers in Vietnam for a reason. Anyway, I'm kind of like rambling on, going in a bunch of different directions, so I'll just wrap it up here. So if you'd like to help support the channel, shoponlytacticalfans.com and purchase this Freedom Beanie. Otherwise, you can always go to my affiliate links in the description down below just by clicking on those particular links. Even if you don't purchase that link is for, just clicking on it. Doing the Amazon shopping you were already going to do anyway, I'll kick back for it because you came there off my channel. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.